Okay, welcome to Moving Forward, our monthly podcast with myself, Tom McNally, my big sister Rachel Eagles, and Soma, PT and sports therapist from Move with Soma. During this podcast, we'll be discussing everything we've learned over the years as sports therapists, fitness trainers, and PTs working in and around London. Trust us, we have seen and heard things that will blow your mind. So, here are our thoughts on how to achieve what we believe the industry should be all about, naming that healthy body, healthy mind.
Over the years, we've learnt so much from our clients and seen our industry grow, adapt, and sometimes become crazy ridiculous. Now it's our time to clear up some of the mess that's been left behind from irresponsible fitness brands and tell you guys exactly how things work. Down to earth, realistic, good wholesome advice that works for everyone.
Stick around, listen up, learn a few things, unfiltered, totally real, just us telling you guys exactly what it's all about.
So roll down those leg warmers, whack on that disco light and apply that red lipstick. Yes, that's me, not you ladies. And let's do this. Episode 3, promoting self-love this Valentine's.
Hey, hey, hey!
Hey! So I'm literally wearing every pink bit of item of clothing that I own.
You got pink pants on?
No, I haven't got any pants on actually.
Self-love. Don't edit that bit out, that's genius.
Hey, she is! I love you so much. I love you.
I really do love you, Soma. Honestly, you're the highlight of my week. Love it. Love it when your little face pops up.
How's your week been, Soma?
Very good, thank you. Not too bad. It's been good. And you?
Well, I like your floral top. You're wearing pink because Valentine's. Me too. We're both wearing floral.
Guys.
Soma, you just missed, right? So Tom's got every pink piece of clothing that he owns on, but no pants. No pants. Standard behaviour.
Love it.
No,
you always look good.
How are you, Tom?
How do you have this heart? Where's this heart coming from?
This one, I know. Look, because I'm just loving life. No, I think you go to. It's like a filter. It's on Zoom. You just go to the top and then let's see, Zoom preferences, and then it's like video filter, and it's.
Just before we kick off and be super professional,
yes.
The highlight of my week has been that filter that the judge used with the cat. Have you guys seen that? It made BBC News. Did you see it, Soma?
No, I've heard about it. My mum told me about it.
Oh my gosh. I was setting up for a class at 6:30 in the morning, and I had the news on, and I was about to put the YouTube channel on for our logo, and it came on the news. At like about 6:15 in the morning, I was in hysterics. Like literally, I was like, "This has got to be a joke." It's hilarious. It's so funny. You have
no idea what you're talking about. What is it?
So there was like these two really serious lawyers and a judge having a Zoom call in America. So funny. And then one of them comes on. He's like a really top-notch lawyer. And he's got like this like cat face on his filter. It's like a little kitten. And he's like, "Oh, sorry, Judge, I'm not really a cat, you know." This was like, "We know you're not a cat. You've got a filter on your screen."
Anyway,
everyone has to tune in. If anyone wants a bit of a lift right now, I'll put the link on our Instagram. It is brilliant. You have to watch. You have to watch it. It's so funny.
Filter on down.
That's been the highlight of my week. That one, that little filter made my week.
I love how that made the news.
I know.
BBC
News.
Mad.
Hey, I'm all for.
How was your week? Tom?
How's my week? Yes, good. I'm weirdly excited for Valentine's Day, which is bizarre because I'm single and I'm in lockdown in a shed. For some reason, I don't know, maybe it's just having something to look forward to. I don't know. I mean, you know, Rach, how I love a theme. And all my classes 1st of February have been Valentine's themed. And will be till
well, maybe, Well, maybe you are looking forward to Valentine's Day because you have been doing your self-love challenge.
Well, this I have, yes.
Relevant hashtag.
Which is weird. Like I didn't even plan to really do it. I don't know. I thought, you know what, Valentine's is coming up. I need something to look forward to. And I am single, and I thought, you know what, I need to work on my self-love because I think that is very important. And I think now more than ever, as Rach, you know, I've struggled, you know, in terms of this, you know, lockdown's been hard for everyone in lots of different ways. But I think it's important to remember that, you know, love comes from us and we need to love ourselves first to be able to then love anyone else. And I think that's what I'm working on this Valentine's Day. And every day I've been doing 15 minutes, just, it could be anything, just something for me as a little practice and exercise in self-love. And you know what? I'm loving it.
Love that.
Well, that's what we're about to talk about, right? Self-love. And so in this podcast, we are going to talk about everything that self-love is, what it means, what it actually is, because I had to go away and actually research it because I didn't really know what it actually meant. And to be honest, the first time I'd ever heard of self-love is when you said, I'm doing a self-love challenge. I was like, what does he mean, self-love challenge? Was he just going to stare at himself in the mirror for 15 minutes every day? I didn't really know what you meant. So I actually went away. That's just a normal day in Tom's life. So I was like, I'm just going to go away, like actually research it. And man, this topic is huge. I had no idea. It is everywhere, like all over podcasts, all over health and well-being sites. Every mental well-being therapist out there is talking and preaching about self-love at the moment. It's huge. So now I understand it a bit better. I'm really excited for the podcast because personally I was really skeptical about it and didn't think it was important. And just from doing the research, it's massively turned and flipped my opinion around of it. And hopefully the next 40 minutes, we can enlighten everyone else out there that maybe felt like me before they've tuned in. But Soma, what do you think about self-love? Did you know what it was? Have you come across it in your industry? What you've been up to?
So, I mean, like, self-love for me, it's more like I've realized how exercise has made me love myself even more. I don't know, like, while I'm exercising, while I'm training, I'm doing this because, like, I want to look after myself. I want to look after my body. And, like, I love the feeling that it gives me. So I feel like that's just an exercise of self-love in itself that I've never actually thought about until literally a second ago before I was thinking about what self-love is. But, yeah, so for me, it's more like it's just about actually exercise, how it's made me love myself a lot more and giving me so much confidence in terms of how I feel, in terms of, like, the way I look or the way I feel. And things like this.
And I think that's like
people as well. All of my clients that I work with, I can see that, like, I think I've talked about this before. When clients come to you and their goals are so like, I just want to lose a bit of weight, I want to do this, but then, like, in the next few weeks, their goals change. They keep doing their exercises and they keep training because they love how they feel. They love how they feel about themselves. Their thought processes have completely changed, and it's about, like, giving that love all consistently to yourself. So it's quite cool.
So is that how you would define self-love then? A feeling that comes from within?
Just looking after yourself. Yeah, whatever it is, something that you do, something to look after yourself, be kind to yourself. So whatever it is, like something positive that feels good within
That's
yourself.
A great definition. Is that how you would describe it, bro?
I would describe it as accepting your emotions for just what they are, not trying to label them as right or wrong. Just accepting that's how I feel and putting your emotional, your physical, your mental well-being first, putting that as your priority.
Yeah, definitely.
I think, that's not in any way selfish. It's just having respect for yourself and love for yourself. And at the end of the day, that is what the world should put as number one always, is our own physical, emotional and mental well-being.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, our old manager in the gym, so one time she was like to me, I was so upset that day, I don't know why, you've made me think about this. I was so upset and I was like to her, like, I don't know why I feel like this. What do I do? Like some stupid thought has come into my head, and I just don't know. She's like, all right, just stand there and just be like, okay, thank you for entering my brain, and you're welcome. You're actually all right to be in here, but why are you here? Like, let's try and get you out. You know what I mean? Just try like, and actually, that's like a self-love exercise in itself. And
Yeah.
that helped me so
thoughts,
much.
right?
Absolutely. And so when that negative feeling that comes in, I recognize it, and I'm like, why are you here? Like, okay, thank you for coming, but it's time to go now.
Yeah. No, that is something that I came across though. So you literally have described what self-love is in a nutshell. It is the way you talk to yourself in your head.
Yeah.
And everybody what I have found out is that the best way to talk to yourself in your head is like the way you would talk to a child. So like, oh, hello brain, why are you feeling like that today? Well, let's think about that. Which has been my homeschool life for the last like 6 weeks, right? But actually, I never ever talk to myself that way. I talk to my children that way, but I never to myself. I'm way more harsh. And the way you just described that, going into your brain and addressing the feeling, is a really good tip, guys, out there. So if you get anything out of this podcast, just talk nicely to yourself, like as you would to a child. And I promise you will feel better instantly.
Exactly. And so that's why, like, when people come up to me and they're like, oh, I just don't like the way I look, and I'm looking at them and I'm like, wow, you look good, like, what's wrong with you? But obviously you wouldn't say that to someone. You just try and recognize what's going on. Like, then you just try and change their perspective, you try to change their thought processes, you try and make them think of something different. And again, it's just about loving how you are in that moment. And I don't know, but yeah.
Well, if you can't control what you think, then you can't control what you do, right? So you have to control how you're thinking first, which will dictate how you physically behave after.
Yeah, but you can't control how you think, do you? By the time you thought about it, it's too late. You've already thought about it.
But you can keep your subconscious head demons under control. So if you wake up and your head demons are saying, "Oh, you're so fat today, you're so gross," if you go into your brain like Soma just did, went, "Hang on a second, head demons, you can bloody do one, because actually I'm not fat, I'm just working my way through my journey and I'm going to smash today out of the park, just go away please," whatever you need to say to your demons. You then will probably stand taller, smile, and get on with your day in a more positive physical way than what you would have done if you let those head demons take over.
But I think
so tell them.
What's important to add to that is these head demons aren't a separate entity that's arguing with you and battling you. It's part of your, it's you, it's your thought processes. So what Soma was touching on there is you need to address that thought that's coming in and say, okay, what is it that's made me think that I'm fat right now? Was there a trigger? Was there something? And then you depict the fact that you know you're not fat. So let's try and challenge that thought process with, outweigh it with 5 positive things about my body appearance, for example. And then you kind of, reassess it that way instead of just fighting it, thinking, no, I'm not fat. Fighting the other half of your brain. It's more about melding it, welding it into one and kind of understanding it and breaking it apart so that it no longer has that power over you because you've proven it wrong, basically, by understanding it a bit better. You know what I mean?
So would you say then the self-love process is being aware that you're not giving yourself that self-love?
Yes.
Then understanding and educating, Soma, which is like one of your podcast trigger words, educate on why you think you're feeling that way, and then you can do something about it. So it's almost like an awareness, education, and action.
Yeah.
And
step process.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it's so difficult. It's so easy for us to say oh, you just got to change your thought process, and it's as simple as this.
Yeah.
But it's not as easy as that. And actually, one thing during the beginning first lockdown last year, which is mad by the way, we're coming up to the 1 year anniversary. Mad.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, but so I had someone gave me a gift one time, and it was like this 5-minute journal, and then it was lockdown what made me open it and start writing in it. And so every morning, the first thing you do when you wake up is write 3 things that you're grateful for. Write 3 things that would make your day great. and then like your daily affirmations type thing. And then in the evening, you write, like, just before you go to bed, 3 amazing things that happened to you that day, and then like what could have made your day even better. And for me, like, this journaling, like, it seems so, like, and I write the same thing as well in the book, but at the beginning it just felt like I'm writing for no reason, but it's genuinely helped me. Like, if I don't write in it, then I'm like, okay, cool, while I'm in the car going to work, I'm thinking like, okay, like, what's going to make today great for me? Like, if I listen to like some good music for an hour, or if I do some exercise, like, do this, like, even that. And even if I don't do it, it doesn't matter, because it's some sort of like positive thing that's coming through my brain, and like every day it just gets better and easier. But these things again take so much time. So it takes so much time to change your like habits and stuff, and like changing the way you think about yourself. It all takes time as well. It's not as easy as like buying yourself a journal and just writing in it. Again, it takes months of practice to like to make you feel better. But for me, this 5-minute journal has been great. Literally, if you Google it, 5-minute journal, it comes up, and it's really, really cool.
You know what, Soma? You have inspired me to do that, because I have also learnt this week. I know, honestly, I'm going to do it, because I blame my lifestyle at the moment, and lockdown and working and 2 kids, on the reason why I don't give myself self-love. And that is crap, really, because it only takes 5 minutes of your day to do that exercise. So from tomorrow, I'm going to journal, and I'm going to make myself do it, and I'm going to find the time in the day to do it. Because if you don't dedicate some time and effort to the cause, you're not going to get the reward, right? And I think that's my problem. I just keep going and going and going and going, and don't actually put myself first and think, do you know what, it's only 5-10 minutes out of my day. I've got to do it.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm going to do it.
Yes, do it.
I'm going to do it from tomorrow. I'm going to journal.
So let's all do our 3 things we're grateful for today. Just let's do it now as an exercise.
So I'm grateful for you guys right now being able to just like have this time with you. This is it. It's I love it. I love every single minute of it. For me, anyway, like I've told you, I'm doing this for myself. Like, I'm loving how it's making me. I'm not gonna lie.
Self-love right here. Self-love right here.
I'm gonna make some dolma, and I've got the recipe right here. So I'm very excited. Thank you to my cousin. I'm grateful for her. Big up, Fedima. And then, what else am I grateful for? I'm grateful to have a healthy body that I can like give myself more time to exercise. I'm grateful for like how I feel. I'm genuinely like feeling like I'm on a good path, like of feeling good and happy.
Good ones.
Great.
Go on, Bray.
I'm grateful for the sunshine today. That's put me in a good mood. I'm grateful for the coffee that Mum bought me when we went for a walk around the lake this morning, which was my 15 minutes of self-love. And I am grateful for this romantic lighting that I have in this room, because it's giving me life. And this is where I shall be spending my Valentine's Day.
I love how much you love LEDs. It does crack me up every time.
I am a little bit emotionally attached to these lights, I have to say. It's a bit worried. But hey, things could be worse. Yeah. Rachel, what are yours?
So number one, I am grateful for my level of fitness, because without that, I wouldn't have been able to teach hardcore hit this morning with a terrible cold. Literally, I did about 5 prayers to Jesus saying thank you for my fitness. Otherwise, I would have let about 8 clients down this morning, and I really didn't want to do that. So I was really grateful for my fitness. I'm grateful that half term starts in 3.5 hours.
Really?
No more high school for a week.
Going anywhere nice?
Yeah, my Bedfordshire. And then I am super grateful that First Step Fitness exists, because without that we wouldn't even be here doing this, and we help so many people every day. And it's hard work, but some days I get bogged down in the detail because I'm back office a lot. But I'm really grateful that we are actually helping people on a daily basis. And I'm so grateful for the business, so grateful for it. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
Love that.
There you go.
Which brings me, I just looking at my notes. So I did a bit of research and it came up with the top 5 things to do if you're single on Valentine's Day. And what do you reckon they are? So a lot of single people kind of dread Valentine's, right? But we're saying love yourself this Valentine's, right? That's our message to single. So there are 5 things you can do on Valentine's Day as a single person to love yourself. What do you reckon they are? Top 5.
Cook your favourite meal.
Grocery shopping. We'll count that. Food, yeah. All right.
How about bubble bath?
No. Clean the house. Kind of clean yourself.
What? Is that a real one?
Hey, I didn't write. We'll cook cleaning. So we'll count that as bath. Clean yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Going for a walk.
Workout. Yeah. Physical activity.
Yeah.
Number 3. Doing very well. 2 more.
Read a book.
Read or your favourite movie is number 4. One more. What would you say, Semma?
Speak to a friend.
Yes, social support. Oh my God, you got 5 out of 5. What the hell? You two have spent too many single Valentines.
It's because we walk in self-love every day. Well, we're trying to. I am. So I'm not. Sober is.
So we're spending my Sunday.
Do you know? Can I tell you what I learned when I did my research? Because this blew my mind.
Mm-hmm.
So there is some triggers that everyone can look out for that will probably tell you that you are not walking in self-love every day. So if these things happen to you or you feel this way on a daily basis, then you guys need to address your self-love and spend some time dedicating to it, right? So number 1, so these are there's 7 points here, which blew my mind because I do all of these 7, to be fair. 1, don't compare yourself to others. So if you make comparisons to other people, how, whatever you look like on Instagram, on Facebook or whatever, then maybe you need to start thinking about your self-love. Number 2, you don't listen to your body cues. So if you have a cold or if you're tired and you just carry on and you don't rest, you are not listening to your body cues. Your body's saying, I need to rest, I've got a headache, chill out. If you don't, then you're not practicing self-love. 3, your boundaries, right? So if you don't respect your own boundaries. So I'm quite a physical person. So if I see people, I tend to go and give them a cuddle or hug them or touch their arm or do whatever. Some people don't like that. And if you don't say, excuse me, can you not do that? I'm uncomfortable with that. Then you're not respecting your own boundaries and your own self-love. So you need to start being aware of that and responding to that. Number 4, feeling grateful. So if you don't wake up in the morning and start your day thinking, oh, I'm so grateful for that, or I'm so grateful I've had that coffee, or I'm so grateful that I get to walk around a lake, or I'm so grateful I get to cook for 5 hours today. Gratitude is a huge thing, right? 6, if you don't surround yourself with company that uplifts you and supports you, so friends and family, social networks, if they bring you down and make you feel terrible, then maybe you're not practicing self-love enough.
Toxic people,
yeah. Negative self-talk, which we've talked on. So if your brain is telling you negative thoughts all day, we need to address those. And this is my fave. 2 more. 1, you get defensive when people give you criticism, even if it's constructive. I'm terrible at that. So if anyone says, oh, Rachel, that was a terrible class. Yeah, Tom, I know. You are worse than me.
I know.
If you get bad criticism,
don't get upset. Just what she was saying.
Yeah. You explode rather than listening to it and taking it on board. And it's a positive feedback. There's no such thing as bad feedback, right? If you feel like all feedback is bad feedback, then you need to think about your self-love. And then the last one, you cannot accept compliments. That is me all over. If someone goes, oh, Rachel, I love your top. Like, well, I got it in a charity shop and it was only 10p. If you can't accept a compliment, then maybe your self-love is something to be worthy of. So those 8 things, it's actually 8. Think about that, guys. If you do those things in your daily life, if any of those resonate with you, then yes, you need to address your self-love.
Could I add a couple to your list?
Yeah, of course.
So I think a really important one as well, especially in our business, is to remember that your worth doesn't come from how you look. It's so much deeper than that. And I think we are so quick to judge ourselves. Like you said, oh, I feel fat today. I feel, okay, you may feel fat, but let's not forget that you're honest and you're beautiful inside and you are caring and you are, all these beautiful things you will have for the rest of your life, no matter what you eat or how much your physical activity is, and I think that's really important, and we lose sight of that, whether it's due to media, due to social pressures or whatever. So just remembering that we have strengths that are deeper than our skin. What else? To challenge ourselves every day, because that's how we grow. And I think we are scared to challenge ourselves a lot. Even like doing this Soma, like you said, it was scary for us. I mean, that first one, we were all a bit like, oh, I don't know what we're doing. But look at us now, like we're like podcast pros, and that's amazing. And I feel like I've grown as a presenter or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. So it's really important to keep challenging yourself. Otherwise, you just get stagnant, and then before you know it, you're no longer progressing, and then you're no longer motivated, and it feeds itself. Sure. So I think it's important to keep that. Eliminate self-criticism. Every time you feel those negative thoughts, just make sure you are replacing them with even more. So like every one negative thought, I want then 5 compliments to myself, focusing on that and not giving too much of my focus and energy to those negative thoughts, if any. And if we do get them and it's a reoccurring negative thought, start writing it down on a bit of paper so you can physically see it and then challenge it. Like we've said, why am I thinking this? What is it exactly that I think that I don't like about my appearance? Okay, well then I'm going to address that part of my appearance, start breaking it down, start addressing it if there is an issue. 9 times out of 10, I think you'll find there is really no issue, or the issue is actually something completely different, like just low self-esteem as opposed to how you particularly feel about your looks that day. Because we just need to get that self-esteem up through doing all this self-love to then put our mind into that beautiful position where we start making the right choices. Because when we feel good about ourselves, that's when we are motivated to go to the gym and eat better. We just feel so much more capable of doing things, and we make so much better choices when we're feeling good about ourselves and the path that we're on. Like you said, Soma, the zone that you're in now and the journey you're on at the moment, in that place that you are, I bet you're just making the best decisions ever at the moment, and that's amazing. And you just need to keep up with that. I think that's it. Yeah,
I think one thing I'd like to add, like one thing that keeps popping in with me, and I think I've told you guys this as well, but again, it's really important for people to remember, like, it's okay to have these thoughts as well. Like, it's okay that like you're not there or whatever, and like you've got to remember that like an average person, I don't actually know the average person how much time they spend on social media, but like my screen time, I don't think I spend that much time on Instagram or whatever, but my screen time is always telling me like 8 hours a day. And so like, especially if people are in lockdown, you're always staring at the screen, you're seeing the same advertisement, you're seeing the same stuff on social media. There's so much bullshit on social media. It's insane. It's actually like disgusts me. Like it just is so annoying. Like what I see, and people just feed into it, man. People just they don't know what they're actually doing, because they have so much respect for this like celebrity. They have so much respect for this influencer. They have so much respect for all these people that they have no idea what they're actually like looking at or like reading into, or like comments that they're seeing. They don't know what they're doing, like in terms of stuff like that. So it's like, make sure that you're like, when it's okay, whatever. If you're on this, if you're scrolling through the gram, that's okay. But just remember that what you see is not true all the time. You have to see that, like, that's where the negativity really comes from. I always blame social media for everything, or like advertising.
No, like, I agree.
Like,
it's so damaging.
It's so damaging.
It's so damaging.
It can have its pros as well. Especially in times like this in lockdown, without social media, I would literally be sat in a shed on my own.
I don't know, yeah, it's got so many pros. It's got so many pros, and like you can start like doing hiding ads, and you can do like all this sort of stuff. But it takes a bit of effort. You can start muting people. You can start muting people's posts, and like you can start doing whatever it is. But still, at the end of the day, there's still like so much crap that people don't realize what they're looking at.
I think the whole social thing is really interesting, because when it comes to damaging self-love, the damaging messaging has always been there, right?
Yeah.
And if you like wind back to when I was young, long time ago,
Before
before the internet was around, there was
birds, dude.
people were still chasing these crazy trends rather than focusing on themselves and how they felt inside. So, like, you know, Kate Moss, heroin chic was around before Instagram was, and everyone was still, you know, wanting to live and look that way and comparing themselves to that trend, which is nuts. And like, it's a good thing right now that the trend is like more curvaceous, Kim Kardashian, athletic type body image. That's what you see on Instagram right now. It's more positive, I would say, than that kind of look. But the point is, people are still chasing that trend rather than focusing on their internal feelings and how amazing they are. And Soma, you touched on this, right? The human body is amazing. And the fact that we are even here, I think we're like 1 in 700 billion or something. Like, the fact that we have our own bodies that are working and are looking after us and that we can use it is amazing. And we should be celebrating that every day. Who cares what the trends are? Don't spend any time or effort on energy chasing or comparing, that word again, to those trends. It's about from within and how amazing you are and how you're feeling. It's not about the gram feed and what everyone else looks like. Who cares?
Yeah,
just do you. Just do you.
Yeah, focus on your strengths. Like, don't be ashamed to. If there's something you're good at, you develop it. Keep going with it. You enjoy it. You know, people will love being around you because you're doing something that you enjoy. Therefore, you'll be good at. You know, focus on that and go down that as far as you can with that route. I think that's what I've learned from this research. Like, you know, there's certain things that are my strengths, Rach, that aren't yours, and there's certain strengths that are yours, not mine. And I shouldn't beat myself up that I can't do what you can do, and vice versa.
No comparison.
Yeah, I should just just do what I can do bloody well, and know that that's what I bring to the table, and I'm happy with that, and I can sleep well at night because I'm doing what I love and doing it well, and not beating myself up for the one thing I can't do, which, like bloody technology or whatever, sort out all these wires.
Yeah.
I'll just accept that that's not what I was put on this world to do.
No, agreed. I do think, though, that the fitness industry is especially bad for no self-love, though. I do agree with that. But you walk into a gym, there's not much. Unless you see that person running on the treadmill that is like in their own headspace and having the best time ever and doesn't care what type of gym leggings they've got on, or a hot, sweaty mess, but having the best time ever. You do see that, right? You see that sometimes. But the majority of people are bicepping in the mirror, comparing their weightlifting to other people, and it annoys me. That annoys me. Probably more than what Instagram does with you, Soma. Is that like, you can't come in this gym weight area?
Our gym was the best. Our gym was the best.
Yeah.
Look at that, man. No one compared. It was so sick. It was
Marshall Street was amazing at that, but that's so rare, guys. Do you know that? It's so rare to have a gym like that.
Because we're rare. We
Come on. But yeah, I'm loving this. Yeah, this was really important for me. And I hope that helps others. But yeah,
Oh,
I love it. We've covered everything in my notes as well. I'm impressed.
Yeah. Shall I do a little sum up?
Yeah.
We've got a minute left. Okay, so guys, yes, there's damaging messages out there, whether that might be on Instagram or what you see going on in the gym, but we need to dedicate some time to self-love every day, and we need to walk in our own internal self-love every single day. So find the time, 15 minutes. Soma's chucked out some really amazing ideas there. And yes, there are some triggers that we've talked about. So if there's triggers going on in your life and you think, yes, that's me, then that's indication that you need to work on your own self-love. So do it, guys. Find the time and feel better inside yourselves, and just know how amazing you are, because you are amazing. Just tell yourself that kindly once in a while.
Every day, not once in a while.
Every day. For 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Love you guys. You all are amazing.
Yeah.
Self-love.
Yes.
Mwah.
Mwah.
Keen to explore how First Step Fitness and Move with Soma could help you move towards your health and well-being goals? Yes, you. Well, just drop us an email or head on down to the website, firststepfitness.co.uk, for everything from virtual spin classes to one-to-one live coaching with our psychologist to healthy brownie recipes to, you get the idea, Or even download the new First Step Fitness app from the App Store or Google Play. Yes, I will never get bored of saying that. Okay, just take that first step today, guys. We appreciate it may seem daunting, but know that that first step is all that we need from you. The rest of your journey is on us. So come on. We are so ready to go. Are you?